annual Toast and Twirl Workshop. I am so happy that you are joining us digitally. Obviously things are a little bit different, but this workshop is still going to be so much fun. Normally we host these workshops here in Houston, but of course with everything going on, I'm so happy that, you know, we're reaching out to all of you in different places. So I just wanted to welcome you to the workshop, and yeah, it's going to be a great time. So before we jump right into the workshop, I have to stop and give a special thank you to our sponsors. Wolfgang Puck Catering Kitchen has allowed us to shoot in their beautiful catering kitchen and tasting kitchen. They are actually all over the U.S., so if you're looking for a wonderful option, I guess, for your catering, let's say you don't want to cook and all that, they are a great source. So we'll have more information about them next. Another sponsor that I think might be my favorite, but I might be biased, and if you know me, you know why I'm biased. But Twirl Cotton Candy has provided a small cotton candy tub, and the flavor, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. So very much thanks to Twirl Cotton Candy for providing something sweet, a nice little treat for the 5th annual Toast and Twirl Workshop. I'm so excited for our third sponsor, Capri Blue candles. I have been a huge fan of Capri Blue for a few years now, and it's gotten to the point where if you're gonna give me a birthday gift or a Christmas gift, I prefer a Capri Blue candle. You've received one in your gift box, and I promise you the volcano scent will become your favorite scent. So definitely light up your candle because we're camping and we're Troop Toast and Twirl, and enjoy your candle. Sponsor is Kendra Scott Jewelry. Some of you all are familiar with them. They have been a sponsor of the workshop for about a couple of years now, probably since the beginning. And each of you all have received a nice little token from them, courtesy of Kendra Scott and the Toast and Twirl Workshop. We hope you enjoy it and show us your jewelry piece. We're going to go ahead and get started with the workshop, and our first presenter is Amanda with Amanda B Florals. So grab all of your materials and let's go.
My name is Amanda Bowman. I'm with Amanda B's Floral Designs. We're a Houston florist. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a pressed flower frame. The concept behind doing a pressed flower frame is so that way you can take flowers from your event, your garden, forest, wherever, and be able to preserve it and keep it forever. So I'm going to show you guys what all you're going to need in order to make your flower frame. First, you're going to need a frame. Mine's a little bit different than the ones that are coming in your kit, but it does the same thing. You're also going to need your flowers. I went ahead and pressed some flowers for you and put them in little baggies. So go ahead, get all of your flowers, lay them out onto your table, make sure it's a clean environment so that way you don't get them dirty. And then you're going to need your glue stick. I've gone ahead and added this purple Elmer's glue stick. And the reason why I like to use these is because you can see the glue when you put it on the frame. But don't worry, it dries clear. No worries. You're also going to want to have some wax paper handy. If you are pressing flowers. And the reason why is if you're using it in a book, you want to line your pages with your wax paper, If you are going to be using a pressed flower frame kit, then you're going to want to have it to lay all of your flowers on once you're done pressing them. This here is not included in your kit, but I have an affiliate link linked with Lauren, so that way you can get these and be able to support her as well. So this is a very simple kit. It's just a bunch of layers that go in the microwave. You microwave them for 10 seconds, depending on how long your microwave, or how powerful your microwave is. You just set all of your pressed flowers, or your flowers before they're pressed, in here, pop it in the microwave. Simple, easy peasy. You're literally able to press a flower in possibly 10 seconds. You do have to do intervals, so normally it'll be like 2 or 3 intervals, but so much faster than in a book. So the last thing that you're gonna need is scissors. You can use clippers, like pruners from your garden, or just regular scissors. Just be aware that they possibly could get dirty. That's okay, just wipe them off later, it's fine. But that's all you need, so we'll go ahead and get started on teaching you guys how to use your pressed flower frame kit, if you decide to use that. So we're gonna start off by actually assembling our frame. One of the nice things about this is you have the opportunity to really be creative here. You can do as I have and put a picture, or if you are maybe making a gift for a bride, you could put their wedding invitation. But for here, this is a trip from a special trip of me and my husband, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put these flowers in here. And this is actually really easy to do, guys. You're literally going to just take out your flowers from your bag. Again, just be careful. Remember, these are like a paper texture, so they're very delicate. And I like to just lay them all out. These are leftovers from a bride, so I'm actually going to take my picture out later and put a picture of her in her dress with her bouquet in it. So it's a good idea to kind of have an idea of what you want it to look like. For me, what I am going to be doing here is I'm going to be taking all these petals and I'm going to put them together to make it look like they are roses again. So I'm going to take my picture out. All right, again, purple glue. It's great. So I'm just going to start by putting a little bit on. You want to make sure you're putting your glue onto your frame and not onto your flowers, because these, again, are very delicate. You will ruin them if you put them. You don't need that much. I'm going to start with a little greenery. And again, this is nice because it doesn't dry super fast, so you can always take it off if you don't like where you put it. Start over again. Grab one of these. Just make sure you press it down really well, because it will take a little while to cure. I like to make sure I have lots of different texture. You can use other types of glue, like if you want to use, just regular Elmer's glue, or you can use hot glue, but I don't really recommend it because a lot of the times it actually will burn the flowers. So, start with that. Again, just be really careful. If you are going to press and layer on top of flowers, just press like so, just a little bit, so that way you don't take any flowers with you. And then I'm going to put them on top here. I'm going to go ahead and press again. Again, it's okay if this happens, because it's all going to cure later. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy in the middle, just to kind of layer it, make it look like it's a new type of flower. I'm actually going to stick one more petal on the side there. So I'm just gonna finish up. I'm gonna put all my textures in here. As you can see, this is super easy, guys. This is not anything complicated. This is just having fun with things that you have collected from your wedding, from the forest, you know, while you're on your Girl Scout trip. And this is easy enough to where your kids can do it. Now, I am doing all of this with my fingers. You don't have to. You can use needle nose pliers, but again, you want to make sure it's something that is not sharp so that way you're not damaging your flowers. Okay, well, I'm going to get this finished up and we'll see you in a bit.
So are there any kind of flowers that work best or press best?
Yes, so the rule of thumb is if whatever you're working with is thinner or as thin as paper, then you're fine. The problem you run into is if you use thicker flowers, then you're gonna be dealing with a lot more moisture and it could mold. So for instance, everyone loves peonies, but their stems and their petals are both very thick. So I would not recommend them. There's also certain flowers that also just are too thin. So for instance, I brought one of them with me. So you guys in your kit, you're gonna have these little, they're called rock roses. They're native to here. But what I found was they're actually a little too thin. And so whenever I went to press them, they were losing moisture too quickly and they were burning in my pressed kit. So in this instance, I would actually not use a pressed kit because it doesn't, because it does produce heat when you're using it. So I would actually recommend pressing it in a book, which will take longer. I mean, it could take up to a couple weeks to press, but if you're using stuff that's really delicate like this, I would recommend actually not using the frame kit.
How long does it take for you to press it in a book?
It normally will take a couple of weeks, depending on how much moisture is in the flower. But that's why I recommend putting wax paper in your book, because I've had it to where certain flowers have too much moisture and it actually will mold your pages. Fun fact, my Jane Austen book will never be the same.
How do you come up with a design?
So it really just depends on what purpose you have. I mean, like for this one, I know I said I was going to put a picture in it, but I decided not to. This one, I just really want to focus on the flowers, but it depends on what you're using it for. If you just want to have a cute little picture with your kids, your family, whatever, then just put little textures around your picture. Or if it's, again, from an event and you want the focus to be the flowers and not really anything else, then maybe, like I'm doing here, create a way to make it look like a rose, even though all I have is petals here. This is actually the inside of a dahlia that I was able to press, but it doesn't really, it's not really big enough for it to be a flower on its own. So we're just making it a new purpose. So.
At what point of the flower's lifespan is it best for pressing? Do you wait for it to wilt a little bit? Do you try and press it when it's fully alive?
So you can press it when it's fully alive, but the nice thing is, I mean, like whenever I'm using bridal bouquet flowers, I mean, I might maybe be using them 5 days after the event, so you still can use them. They're just going to be a lot softer. So it really just depends on the flower itself. See, there we go. So yeah. So this is. And if the main focus is flowers, obviously I want to put more flowers than I normally would if I was putting other stuff in there. Okay. It's actually upside down, so let me. So that's it, guys. Easy peasy. Wasn't too hard. You can have this glue stick forever. Okay, so this is how you use this microwave flower press. Comes with all of these doodads, and I'm gonna make sure it is not complicated. You just take your rubber bands off. Take off your cardboard layers. You have a fluffy layer, and then you have a thin layer. Take those off. Put your flowers on that you want to press. Blue one in there. Now, some of the flower colors are going to change when you press them. It just happens because you're taking all the moisture out, so you're going to take all the color out. Okay, so we're going to put our layers back on. So now we got our sandwich. Put your rubber bands on. And if you end up losing these rubber bands or they break, just put a bowl on top in your microwave. Okay, so then throw this in the microwave 10 seconds. All right, so we've had this go in the microwave at least 2 sets of 10 seconds each. So you go ahead and, yeah, I was gonna say, make sure it's, there you go. So those turned out really well. So if you want, go ahead and put them on the wax paper. You wanna have everything set on the wax paper once it's been in the heat for a while, so that way it's laying on a flat surface and it dries flat. There you go. And again, if you don't feel comfortable using your fingers, you can use like needle nose pliers or something that is not sharp. That's it. Super easy.
Workshop. I absolutely love flowers and I thought that was a great craft. We're going to move on to our next workshop with Callie Danielle. She's got some DIY stickers for you, so go ahead and take some time and get your materials together.
Hey guys, I'm Callie, better known as Callie Danielle. I am a Houston, Texas-based digital artist, and I am also a small business owner where I sell my artwork on shirts and notebooks and everything fun and girly. So yeah, you can find me at calliedanielleshop.com or on Instagram at shop.callie.danielle. So you can see a lot of behind the scenes. I even have free wallpapers. Yeah, it's all digital art. It's fun, and you might see some random appearances from my golden retrievers or my word vomit, which you might see that today, so I apologize in advance, but I am so excited to be one of the teachers for the 5th annual Toast Twirl Workshop, so let's get right into it. Okay, so in your box you received some wax paper, and you should have received 2 sheets of the doodles that I've created for you guys. There is a cardstock version and then the regular computer paper version, which I'm going to be using the regular computer paper version for this little demo for you guys. Also, you did receive tape in your box and you will need that. The only thing you did not receive are scissors, so you're going to need some scissors. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, I do want to mention that this fun DIY, I did not make this up. I was on YouTube one night just scrolling along, and there's somebody I follow named Jen DIY. She is adorable and has all these fun little DIY videos, and this one I thought would be perfect for Lauren's workshop, so I'm excited to share it. And yeah, Jen DIY has some great tutorials that I think you guys should check out. Okay, so to get started, we are going to want to cut out our stickers. Now you can cut them out however you please. If you want to leave white around them, if you want to just cut out like a circle, or if you want to get really detailed and cut as close as possible to the actual digital sticker, or not, well yeah, digital, sorry. If you want to cut out as close to the actual image as possible, you can do that too. So I'm going to choose, let's see, I'll go with the circle because that'll be an easy one for this tutorial. I am leaving a little bit of white here. I'm gonna roughly cut this out at first and then get more into detail in a second. So the fun thing about this is that you can technically take whatever image you would like. You don't have to just use these stickers that I've provided you with. You can use a picture of you and your dog or random quotes that you might find, whatever you please. This is also a great DIY to do with kids, in my personal opinion. It's fun, easy, and it's not a big mess. So, I have my sticker. I'm ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna leave some room to put the tape down. Now, you're going to need layers of tape, so you're gonna need one layer to put on the actual wax paper already, which, if we do that, I'm gonna take my scissors, cut this out, and I'm going to stick it on the wax paper first. That way, whenever we peel it off, it'll be ready to peel like a sticker. So then I'm going to put my actual little sticker down. I lost the tape thing. Here we go. And then I'm just going to simply tape over it. All right. And then trim it. And now here is the part that can be kind of tricky if you do it, like the first time I was trying it, I messed up because you have to remember that you are taping over another piece of tape, but there's on the back of the paper, obviously it's not sticky, so it's not going to be sticky in between. So my suggestion would be to cut out the clear part a little bit more away from the actual sticker. That way you have enough to actually stick. Because if you don't do it that way and you cut too close, it's going to all unfold. So, all right. So here we are about ready to peel it. So I have my wax paper on the back. I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to take, let's see, what do I want to take? I'm going to take this binder. Okay, so we have just peeled it off of the paper and we are now ready to stick it onto the binder. So there we have our sticker, and obviously you can clean it up afterwards, but yeah, now you have a fun sticker for your binder. Okay, so for the next little demo, we are going to be, well, I'm going to be cutting out the Troop Toast and Twirl one, and we are going to put it on our cups to get ready for the mixology class. So it's going to be the same system. I'm going to actually go ahead and put the tape down. And notice this one may be a little bit too big for the one sheet or the one strip of tape. So you can always do 2 strips if your sticker is a little bit bigger. So I'm taping down 2 strips. And I'm going to hold the spot there. And now we are just going to be cutting the little troop one out. Okay, so now we are going to tape this one on top. Ooh. Okay. And then we are going to cut this out. So we have peeled it off of our wax, and we are now going to take one of our cups and simply just stick it on our cup. And there you have it. Okay, so while you're creating your stickers, I did want to share one extra little tidbit that you could do after you're done creating your own stickers after the workshop. I've printed out some little digital stickers that I have from my Happy Pack, and I also have a little wallpaper from the Happy Pack, which the Happy Pack is something on my site. It's a subscription where you can get digital downloads for $5 a month. So this leopard print wallpaper, I'm actually going to be taking my hole punch that I brought with me, and I'm going to hole punch this out right here. I am going to cut this a little to make more room. And what I am doing is simply just creating a little leopard print label. So same thing, all you have to do is just stick this on here. And something that I want to give a little tip, whenever you are taping these down, it helps if you save a little bit of room on the paper. That way it makes it easier to peel off after you're done cutting. So just a little quick tidbit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for this. Cut this out, and notice I left a little bit of space to make it easier to peel afterwards. Stick this on top, and I notice that it is a little bit bigger than my tape space, so I'm going to do one more layer of tape. So my idea for this one is to make a label to where, notice this is a glossy finish, so you can actually write with like a dry erase marker on here, and you can erase it also. So if you wanted to use it as a label for something and change the name on the label or change a number on the label, you could always use a little eraser and erase it. Alright, so I'm going to stick this in my binder. And you can take a dry erase marker, and let's say I'm also writing upside down. So let's see. Did anybody ever used to go to Macaroni Girl and like they would write on the table their name, but it was upside down? I always thought it would be cool to do that, but that's just word vomit. So anyways, let's say this is my binder for my first binder for my artwork. So I'm gonna just write 1, so I have 1 there, and then all you have to do if you wanted to switch it out is just change it up like that. 2. This would be great for teachers in the classroom, and or if you have a label on some bookshelves, things like that, and now it's a sticker and a label at the same time. So there you have it.
Enjoy the DIY stickers. I think my favorite sticker was the Troop Toast and Twirl sticker because obviously that's the theme. And I love how Callie put it on the cup. So we're going to use those cups and get ready for the drink mixology workshop. So giving you some time to get your materials together so we can get started.
Hi, my name is Theo, and I'm going to be your mixologist today for our 5th annual Toast and Twirl Workshop. Let's get started. Hi, thank you for joining us today. We're first going to get started out with your mixing tin, and that's all. It could be a pint glass, could be a mixing tin, could be a 32-ounce tumbler at home. but today we're using a mixing tin for the flower party. Now we're going to add ice. Go about half the cup full. But first thing, part of any Bloody Mary is Worcestershire sauce, and you're just going to pour all that you have in from your kit. Just pour it straight in. Next, you're going to fill up your vodka all the way through with full 2 ounces of this container. After that, you're going to use your tomato juice that you have in your kit, and you're going to do 4 ounces, so 2 of these containers. And then from there, we're going to go to our lemon juice, and that's going to be just under an ounce, so 3/4 of an ounce. So you're going to have to eyeball it a little bit. So a little bit, pour straight in. The next is 2 tablespoons horseradish. So I'm just going to eyeball it here, and then, or you can measure it out with a spoon or anything like that. So we're just going to pour a little bit in, and I think you have some in your kit as well. And then we're going to do a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper. Now all you're going to do is take another glass, could be a pint glass, could be a mixing glass, could be another 32 ounce tumbler. I'm just going to roll it back and forth. And now you should be good to go. So go and take your cup from your kit, and we're going to take Tabasco sauce. I'm just going to throw that in some of the cup. Just a little bit, just the very bottom. And then take a lime, or it could be lemon juice that you have already from the kit and everything else. You're just going to go around the rim, just like that. You could put the lemon juice on a cup or a board, just like I'm about to do. Just like that. And you just twirl it. And it's the exact same thing. So now you're going to take your tahini. It's going to be a little bit spicy. Twirl it all the way around. Just so you can get like that. And now you just pour directly. You garnish with a celery stalk, and then you have 3 olives and usually a lime to go on right on top. And that is your Bloody Mary. Hi, my name is Theo. I'm going to be your mixologist today with our 5th annual Toast and Twirl Workshop. Let's go and get started with our s'mores cocktail. Awesome. Go ahead and take out your shaker that you have in your kit and take out your marshmallow little container. And once you put your marshmallows in a separate cup glass to the side, this is going to be how we're going to measure out the stuff today. But first, to get started for our s'mores cocktail, we're going to grab our vodka. And we're going to do 2 ounces of vodka. So it's going to be the entire little container that you have in your kit. Pour it right in. And then next you're going to have your chocolate or Irish cream liqueur. It could be Godiva, it could be Bailey's, it could be anything, as long as it's a chocolate or Irish cream liqueur. You're going to do an ounce of that. And so you just want to have to eyeball it, but do about half. Pour that in. Next, you're going to have your vanilla extract, and that one you're going to do about half the container as well. Or if you feel less, just how the vanilla you want it to taste. Put that right in. Now we're going to set that one off to the side. We're going to grab our other cup. And in this one, we're going to do 3 ounces of milk. Could be warm milk, could be cold milk. It's really on your preference. If you want a warm drink, I'd do warm milk. If you want a cold drink, do cold milk. You're going to do 1 container full, then half the container for the other part. Total of 3 ounces. Then last, you're going to take chocolate sauce that's in one of your other little tins. And you can either pour it directly in, or you measure out like I just did. and pour that in. That's about an ounce. Next, you're either going to take a spoon or a frother and you're just going to stir it. So I'm going to do a little spoon, but because I'm a little bit lazy, I'm going to grab my milk frother. And so you're just going to put it in and froth around. And that's going to mix it all in together. Stop. Then you're going to grab your one containing all the liquor, pour that in, and then keep frothing. And then we're going to set that one off to the side. And lastly, we're going to grab your leftover cup. We're going to do a twirl and some chocolate sauce. So put that off to the side if you haven't done that already. Just twirl, just like that. And you're going to go over to your crushed graham crackers. You're going to twirl that as well. And you get something like that. Now you add ice. And because it's Texas for us, we're going to add in ice because it's still pretty hot outside. And now you're just going to pour your drink right in. Now, before we can call this done, we're going to take a skewer with marshmallows and a cinnamon stick. Just going to toast it. So you're just going to go over like a campfire so you can get the campfire smell. Just like that. Don't want to burn your house down, that'd be bad. So just do it a little bit till you start to see it to graze, then you're good to go. Put that in, add in a straw, you're good to go. Hi, I'm Theo and I'm going to be your mixologist for our banana cream milkshake with our 5th annual Toast and Twirl Workshop. Let's go and get started. Alright, so first things first, it's going to be a banana cream milkshake. So what that means, we're first going to need bananas. Okay, so you go ahead and take your bananas out, get those emptied out, and you can just go and squeeze them on in. The recipe that I give you should make about between 1 to 2 drinks, depending on how generous you are with the first one. And then next, what we're going to do is we're going to do about 4 ounces of vodka. And what that means is you're going to have to watch yourself, because if you put too much, you're going to taste it. If you don't put enough, then you might hit the floor, depending on how strong you can take it. So that's 2 ounces. And we're going to go a little bit light, so we're going to do about 3. You do 4 depending on your taste. Then next, you're going to do about 3/4 of a cup. So you're going to have to basically eyeball it of Chobani and just Greek yogurt. And so you just see that. Because I want a little bit more milkshake and less booze, I'm going to do the entire thing. Then next you're going to do your vanilla bean ice cream. And so I'm about 1/4 of a cup. Put that down. Then we're actually going to go ahead and add some vanilla. Go ahead and grab your vanilla, and from there you're going to do about 1 ounce, because remember you're making for about 2 drinks. Just vanilla. Then last but not least, I'm going to add in some heavy whipping cream. It's going to make it a little bit thicker, a little bit creamier, make it taste better. You're going to do about 2 ounces of that. Now you can add some of the whipped cream that you can use for the topping in it. It's okay if you don't want to. It's all personal preference. I am though. I'm going to add some of the graham crackers as well. And now, we're gonna take this outside, or not outside, we're just gonna take it out and go blend it. Alrighty, and now once you go and get it garnished, you wanna go ahead and just pour. That's really all that's left part of this drink. Just like that. And so these are 2 rocks glasses, however you put into like a mason jar or it could be a milkshake glass, and you might be able to get, because I have a little bit left over, as you can see, you can probably get 2 full drinks out of that. But that concludes our banana cream milkshake.
And that's a wrap. I want to thank you all so much for virtually attending the 5th annual Toast and Twirl Workshop. And since we are virtual and we can't see each other's creations in your home, I need you to take a photo and send it to me. You can post it on Instagram and be sure to tag me at Toast from the Host and Toast Twirl Workshop. I really, really, really hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. I think the sponsors had fun, and I'm pretty sure that you had fun. So again, thank you so much for attending, and hopefully we'll see you at the next one.